Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your reading for this week. This is going to be a collective reading. We're going to tap into the energies of this new Virgo new moon in this reading, and we're going to see what this energy is going to bring into your life, what's leaving your life with that. I'm using here brown obsidian. This is actually the obsidian is a protective stone, as well as the black one can be the seeing stone that you can see through things. So I'm coding it so you can see through things that maybe you're bypassing currently that you don't want to see. Also, receive the insights coming to you about the desires that you have, how to make that happen. Another thing, like the protection, so it can surround you, that the actions that you will take actually bring success at the end, okay? Let's dive and start out with your cup. By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light. And if you go on to enjoy this reading, don't forget to give this one a like, share, hit subscribe. It means a lot to me and to the channel. It helps the channel grow. I truly appreciate that, okay? Let's dive in and start out. I see, again, there's like starting out with animal that I see here sleeping. Kind of reminds me of a platypus. The one that actually has a beak and can make, I think it's a mammal, can lay eggs. It's like a different, against all natural codes that we know. It's sleeping dormant here and seems like in the middle of the week. I feel like your upcoming week in the Wednesday, kind of, it's not exactly the middle of the week when we look at the Wednesday, but when we look at the weekdays, it is right in the middle. So I feel like this is going to be around that day. Something out of the normal, out of the rules, like this person, like this creature. This can be like a person who has this kind of nature showing up. And I see there's like, they're dormant though, they're sleeping, and there's good news right here above them. So this person can be someone who's coming very quietly. Okay, that's why they're sleeping. They're coming very quietly, calmly, and maybe they're actually going to be your inspiration. Maybe they're not really aware of that. But the thing is, though, very significant, is they're against all natural odds, okay? This can be maybe someone in my culture, like if someone's born in 7 months and they survive healthy and they're living, that's like considered a miracle, for example. So this can be someone like that, very simple thing. Or this can be someone who has been through a lot, like still here with us against all odds. It can be someone like that. Or another thing here, this can be someone who is really like different when you look at compared to the others. The thing is, though, some of you might be this person too, and you might be the one bringing the news, okay? But the news is coming into your household, your space. So this is your heart space, this is your household. So you're bringing this into your household. So this can be some good news, okay? And coming from, maybe if you are this authentic, different person, it is going to be something that you're going to be bringing into your household. And when I say house, I see towards the end of the week, there's a house showing up. A woman here laying on top of it. She's holding a box in her hand. Kind of looks like a jar, actually. So this can be like looking like a young woman. She doesn't look old, but she has kind of like the roof of the house kind of looks like covering her head. This can be someone carrying the jar, maybe someone important that they have. I feel maybe some of your grandmother energy here, or some ancestral energy, or maybe like, oh, there's another masculine figure, a male figure right there above them with the mustache. Kind of looks like the Abraham Lincoln a little bit, and they're attached to each other. So this can be your like grandfather, grandmother, ancestors, or it doesn't have to be so far away and mystical. It can be a couple that you're going to meet towards the end of the week, okay? And they're inside of a house, like they're around the house, they're merged with a house. Maybe I see there's a horse right here. Horse indicates wish fulfillment. Number 3 is creativity. So you might be purchasing some creative items from these people. Maybe they're selling old paintings, which might have a lot of value on them. And or this can be people that they want to sell their house. Maybe you're the one who's going to handle that. But it seems like it is going to require some creativity in that thing. And another thing I see here is actually a dragon, which is a fire energy, even though we're going into the Virgo season with the Earth season. By the way, if you are Virgo, happy birthday, Virgos. And so the dragon, not only you are as a Virgo season, you're going to put your ducks in a row, organize everything perfectly. It's like the Virgos have that perfectionist vibe. So, but there's going to be also, this is something that you're passionate about. Fire indicates passion. Okay, this is something that you're going to be passionate about. Not only like organizing books, like that's the first thing comes to me when I think about that. Like organizing books, and like when the school is coming, maybe preparing your books for the school and the notebooks and getting all that stationery stuff. Not only that, but this is also going to include some creative activities in there, okay? Like putting your everything in a row. And this still has time. This can be towards the end of the week that you're going to actually get that thumbs up approval from this couple. Maybe someone, like I said, want to sell their house and you're the one who's going to actually deliver the contract. And maybe this might be a troubled situation or a stubborn situation, but it seems like you're handling it well. And when it comes to the beginning of the week, right here, I see a man standing looking up to the high point of, kind of looks like a land here, kind of looks like country, maybe even America's a little bit, not this part, or South America a little bit, or this can be a thought bubble, an idea. Okay, there's another man here staring at it, and you're on top of the idea. You're actually putting your tent on it. This looks like now we have the head of the turtle, can be a house, again, a home, or establishing yourself to a new place and steadily moving towards your goals. And there are two masculine characters staring at up high. So this thing that you are working on is actually going to get a lot of attention if you can keep the energy really high up there. Okay, high up there in the sense of authentic. First of all, that's very important. The second of all is approach it with a good vibe. Every negative thing comes up if you actually see the failure rather than, oh, how can we resolve that? Or let's focus on something that we can resolve at this moment. When you have that attitude, these guys are going to be admiring. This can be masculine energy. This can be government. Now we have the patriarchy. This can be government, institutions, masculine institutions that you're going to get attraction from, offers from. This can even be, because it's like a turtle, I feel like this can even be your resume. If you're working on something, you want a new job and you're putting out there, yeah, like you're doing a great job. You're like putting the tent on it, meaning it is like really putting a lot of thought on this thing. And then when you put in the thought, you're going to build something amazing. Okay. And that will, maybe this is a new moon energy is actually going to show you a different way of growing this thing by getting help, receiving help from the institutions rather than people, or maybe big spenders, big spending companies who can really support you here. Okay. Again, the middle of the week, I consider like the Wednesday here, but when that day comes, there is a building right here standing very strong. The building has a horse here too, horse head. This kind of looks like a weird person, kind of looks like the Popeye, the Sailor Man. If you know the old cartoon, the big chin kind of reminded me of that. And this is actually coming out of the window with a big head, coming out of the window of the building. And he has the pipe in his mouth. So this can be someone calling your turtle. Say like, come over here. There's something bigger over here. Okay. So this is like a weekly reading. This doesn't have to be lasting for too long, the timeline wise. But the thing is, this person might even try to invite you over to somewhere that is going to change your path, okay? So I feel like here in this energy, if you're getting offers or if you're meeting people and they are starting to form something, you guys are starting to form something together, I feel with this energy, maybe you need to really, like you're getting pulled over towards this energy here. You need to really consider all options rather than, oh, this is a strong one, this is a big head, this is a someone who has resources, because he has a darker aura. Okay, this person might not really be the best option here, even though they look like they're big, they're powerful. there might be some negativity laying behind it that you're not really seeing right now, because these two guys here, they have like a light here on their face. They have light. This one doesn't have that. So initially it might look very beautiful, very attractive, very flashy, but it might not be the right option. This can be maybe even a client coming forward to work with you. Two of the small ones you can compare and then want to choose the big one. This can be an office space. This can be a home that you want to change. You're looking at the bigger one. Oh, this is beautiful, but it might have some things behind it. Okay, that's why it's coming in the new moon energy. So you don't need to rinse and repeat everything same over and over again. You can actually take the steps right now with the guidance, the organization of the mental energy of the Virgo. And in this kind of cases, like people actually, like the coaches recommend, have a list of advantages, disadvantages, and start writing those down. Then the things starts to become more clear, even though visually the things looks better on the other side of the river. I see there's actually a person who's gonna get upset if you, like, maybe when I see like a horn on their forehead. The horn, we don't really have an animal like that. We have narwhals. So this can be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. But it has two horns on the sides too. It can be like the Capricorn energy here. Capricorn is devil. So this can be someone who's not going to be happy when you are maybe on pause and not selecting anything yet, because maybe you're waiting for the week to go by, or without taking action, you're waiting for someone else to come to you. This person is going to be frustrated. So I feel like this can be even a Capricorn who has kind of like anxiety in your family or close to you and concerned about you and telling you, okay, like make a choice. Don't wait. Let's do something like, so this person can be someone coming up that like that, but I don't feel like they have negative intentions, because they are forming a unicorn here. Like they are in the body of a unicorn. You can see the mouth and the back and the unicorn right there. So this person might be someone who wants you to be happy, but they don't know what is going to make you happy. Okay, another energy I see here, there's like again Abraham Lincoln head kind of looks like here, hang upside down. Hangman is Pisces energy, so this can be even that pressuring you is going to cause you to stop, pause, and reflect. And there is, when you pause, reflect in the sense of like the hangman gets reflects and then just starts seeing things differently. You're seeing a king right here sitting on a crown, like a throne here. King, I see the king vibes with like a kind of like a king of swords. I think king of wands also wearing like a dress type of a thing. I think they're all wearing dress, but I felt this king of swords energy. Okay, he is maybe even scratching his head, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Then he is going to come up with a reasonable, logical solution, which is going to be make sense. Okay. And there's two legal papers here. Some of you might be receiving some approvals. And I mentioned here the house that you are actually going in there, engaging with older people, and maybe giving them an idea of something. I see number 25, 2 and 5, or this is maybe P and S and G, or number 6 here. This can be also representative of an energy. 25th is the Monday. So even though timeline wise, it is looking like the Saturday, Sunday time. Maybe on Monday, the things that you're going to receive on Monday is going to make sense, or it's going to get delivered. Something that you're picking up or you're purchasing is going to come on that day, which is going to help with this people that you're helping, or maybe convincing into the purchase or sales. It can be something like that too. At the end of the week, I see there are two rocks here. On top of the rocks, that there's actually spring coming out of the rocks. It's like a very strong water. I feel like this is a waterfall. Like not a waterfall, but it's like a spring just bursts out of this earth, water again. Emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. It can be like something happening really good, or maybe you're choosing to do something really good with this Virgo energy. I feel like you're going to be ready for it. You're going to prepare for it. And when you go, the joy can be something that you're not ready for. something that you're planning maybe today, and towards the end of the week when you get there, it is going to be so fun for you that this is maybe even going to inspire you something. I see hardship. Some of you might be even meeting love there, or meeting the love of your life, or even like experiencing love. Maybe someone that you're compatible with is going to be there, and you're going to like have a blast with this person. I'm going to dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be for that one. Number 3 is again here, number 3 and 131 is actually, I don't know if August and July, they both 31 days. I heard it on one of my Roman classes. I was taking like a Roman historic classes. July comes from Julius Caesar, and August comes from the Augustus, and they both wanted a month named after themselves, and they all wanted them to be 31 days. So that's why the February is now 28 days and 29 days every 4 years. So that I don't know why it came to me this moment, but yes, we're gonna have the 31 days. You have the 31. Oh, that's why this came to me. 31 can be also symbolizing that you're dealing with someone who is like that kind of egotistical. He can change the timeline of others for their own ego. Okay, three different desires coming with tears of joy. But either way, I see number 6 again. This is unconditional love. So even though you're not feeling the love from this person with a 31, can be their age, can be the 3 ABC, and 1 is A, say CA, Carrie. I'm trying to think a man's name, maybe it's CA, or Canada. I mean, something related to that. I see the person here, they don't really have negative intentions, but this can be a person who's been trying to turn things around for themselves. But the thing is here, I said the platypus is right there, which has a V victory under it. So it doesn't matter how grumpy they are or whatever they push, it's not going to really change your good outcome, that you receiving amazing blessing, okay? Your energy field is intact, but it's expanding. Energy field symbolizes your ability to receive beautiful things or see the beautiful opportunities. So during this time, it can also be it might be growing for you, okay? I'm going to do pull an archetype right now to this day, where you are heading. We're going to look into that. And I started posting some videos about the next 2 years. I know not everybody is so happy about it. But the thing is that we're actually inspired by the Saturn and Neptune in Aries, which conjuncting in Aries, and they started going through that in May. And I looked at the meanings of because astrology doesn't really pull me so much, but I looked at it. And Neptune is all about our intuition, and Saturn is the practical application of that intuitive guidance. And Aries is the one gives it the passion, okay, and inspired ideas, so we can move forward fast into our desires. And that's why I wanted to do that. This energy is going to affect the next 2 years, but still I want to see where we are heading from this moment on. The cave, that's where you are. This kind of reminds me EFT tapping, guys. I don't know if you know the emotional freedom technique. It kind of reminds me, maybe you are inside of a cave right now, contemplating, thinking about what to do, how to do it, or what actually serves your soul the highest and best way. We have number 33 here, 32. So seems like here we had the 31, the beginning of the things, and the 32 can be you going into your own cave and trying to discover what else is coming more, what else you want, and where you're going, where you're going to be heading within this next 7 days. Let's look at it too. That's what I was going to say. It's like the energy is going to last. That's Saturn and Neptune in the Aries. Energy is going to last for following 2 years. That's why I recorded those videos. But the thing is though, I think I mentioned the first thing last all the time. Okay, that's why I see sometimes the videos, the ending doesn't really get watched. The beginning and the ending, the people just scroll. I feel like here, or forward. So the thing is though, time is a construct. It's a human construct. So you can actually jump timelines. We can turn things around, get the things that we want faster. So that's actually my point. We have the orphan here. Why? Oh my gosh, why? Because it's like a transformational time. I want to see one more. Orphan to the lover. Okay. Number 5 is the Hierophant. So I feel like here, we're going to pull the tarot as well. You're in the cave right now. You're contemplating. You're maybe clearing. EFT tapping is like a kind of like clearing thing, that you are clearing the things that maybe actually that you're so attached to at this time. People, ideas that you think that make you who you are. And when you start letting them go, the orphan energy is going to rise up, because then you're going to feel like you don't belong anywhere, you don't belong in anything. And because sometimes even the habits that we hold on to for so long, when we change them, we feel like we're all alone, okay? Because we don't have the proper environment for that. We don't have the friends who actually do not have that habit, okay? And sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. In my case, like, there are certain things, maybe bad habits. When I drop them, some of my friends, most of my friends, still have that habit. And I felt like orphan. I felt alone because I was alone. I'm the only one living healthy, and when they were actually not. So that can be the feeling first, like you're going to reach out your hand out there, maybe even ask for the higher power's help. And it's not going to go in vain, because we have the Lover coming. This can be a literal lover energy coming into your life, maybe manifesting a lover, and who's not gonna leave you as like an orphan, who's not gonna leave you alone, support you all the way through. And also, this can be you becoming the lover of life. You are really starting to enjoy your efforts, okay, the good times, the patience that you had here in order to let go of those things that didn't serve you anymore, that is actually going to pay off when you get to the Lover's energy. Now I'm gonna pull your tarot. I'm using here Finnish cultural symbols in here. Let's see what's happening there. We have 3 of Pentacles, just wanted to fall out with what we have, 4 of Pentacles. So this can be symbolizing some things that you're holding on to so tightly, can be really released easily when you get together with the people who are actually working on that one, okay? The teamwork makes the dream work. That's the idea of the 3 of Pentacles. Let's see the past effects of why did you show up in cave. Page of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Maybe someone actually offered you something beautiful or came to you with a lot of romance. And we have here a siren. As you can see, sirens actually have a negative connotation. It's not really, they're not always safe. So someone maybe who looked like they're safe showed up, but they weren't all safe. That's why maybe you trusted them, but the things don't really go the way you want it to be. Doesn't have to be romantic, can be, but can be also someone that emotionally you really trusted your feelings. But it seems like they don't really, 9 of Wands. They might have been even like created within you an offensive attitude that you felt like you need to defend your territory all the time against this person. That's why maybe you went into your cave. And 2 of Wands is actually started to plan. This is a good thing. Why it's a good thing? I feel like because this person didn't really meet your expectation. And this can also be something that you truly wanted when you achieved it. Maybe you want to work in a certain place, or you wanted to move after retirement somewhere, or maybe you want to buy a product. And it seems like it's not really serving you. It didn't serve you. It didn't really make you happy. Maybe it made you frustrated here when we get to like the 9 of Wands. It's just said, you know what? I am tired of this. I don't want to deal with this. Maybe this is like a washing machine you're dealing with. Can be. And the 2 of Wands energy puts you in the mental state of, I need to make a new plan. Okay. Even if you haven't get there yet, that's going to be the beginning of the new love, the life that you're loving. Let's see what you can do in the present. 3 of Wands is, if you made the plan already with the 2 of Wands, go ahead and start taking steps towards the new future that you desire. There's a new adventure coming in. Embrace what's coming instead of rejecting it or being against it. This can even be, I know the Wands energy is adventure, but for some of you, because Page of Cups, that may be emotional adventure coming here, okay? A new emotional adventure coming. Instead of maybe resisting to it, go with it, go along with it. That's why the 3 of Pentacles energy showed up here. From holding yourself back, from holding yourself too tightly back and just covering everything, you're holding back your emotions, sitting in the cave, start being open, because like the being orphan, maybe being left out alone can be scaring you. That's why you don't want to participate in it. But it seems like here it's going to be, you're going to really start to pull towards yourself, Three of Pentacles, the people who really aligned with you, okay? Another thing, we have Nine of Pentacles, and focus on the wealth that you have already created, which is going to have a multiplication effect. It is going to start creating more of the wealth, abundance, resources, material goodness. The Hermit suggests that Virgo energy again, and contemplate. And after you put everything into order, meditate, prayer, whatever is your practice when it comes to connecting to the spirit, higher realms, go back to that practice. It can be journaling for some of you, it can be meditation for some of you, maybe prayer with a rosary, which I do all of these. So go ahead, and that will give you clarity. Maybe you can bypass, like I said, the time is a construct. We don't have to experience every step, go through every single step of some things. We can jump through the timelines. And so maybe you don't have to feel alone as an orphan. You can just jump to the lover's timeline here. Let's see what that is going to bring. I feel like that's what the orphan is now. It's just explaining it so well. Nine of Swords. Maybe you are fearful that you are going to be left out in the cold, okay? When you change yourself, when you change your environment or the way you're actually approaching situations, the people, or letting go of that bad habit, that's what you're thinking, that I'm going to be orphaned, nobody's going to be with me. That's your fear. Let's see what else we have here. But this is going to, actually, if you can fight through that, you can say, you know what? So what? So what? I'm surviving, I'm living, and this will help me find my own element and get supported by the people who, or people, places, a job, a career, a financial resource that will really make me strong and powerful. Okay, that's where it's going to go. When you say, so what? The moon symbolizes that when you get into that energy, I feel like for some of you, this is something new. You never challenged your inner beliefs, fears. And maybe you have challenged some of them, but maybe not in this area. Okay. And it seems like this can be in partnership with the Three of Pentacles. When you challenge that with the moon energy, you're not going to have clarity about what to do. But the thing is, when you keep pushing, moving forward, the moon, your intuition, your heart, your gut is actually illuminating your pathway. One step at a time, you're going to keep doing the right thing. When that happens, you might actually, you're leaving some things behind, okay? That is going to maybe even give you some confusion. You might come up with many options, many friends, many good environments can show up for you. That can confuse you. You might even feel a little bit disappointment because you need to leave some things behind. What else is there? But the thing is, okay, for some of you, this is money. You're going to be manifesting money and new opportunities, something that is actually going to be multiplying like amazing, like the rabbits, and it's going to grow really fast. Okay, so it's not an easy ride. It doesn't look like it's a super easy ride. Emotional, in the emotional sense. Not, I don't feel like it's a physical sense. We don't see physical anything because these are all Seven of Cups, Five of Cups emotions. Nine of Swords is mental, in the mind. Nothing like, I don't see here that like a Five of Pentacles kind of energy. Everything is aligning. Materialistically, you're going to be fully fulfilled. But emotionally, there might be some things missing. Like Four of Pentacles, maybe you want to hold on so tightly what you currently have because you don't believe that more is going to come. Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity. You see that these are actually, I feel like these are hay bales, hay actually like built on top of each other for the crops that you're going to be collecting. We have the full moon again, even though we're going into the new moon. This indicates that you will have light. You're going to be guided perfectly. I'm going to pull an angel to support you during this next 7 days and maybe even the one that is the timeline continuing that. Okay. Nine of Pentacles is perfect energy here. Even if you don't feel it, see it, there are many resources surrounding you, which you're going to have enjoy them. Archangel Gabriel, as far as I know, is the carrier of the messages, the messenger. And he's going to be bringing a lot of good balance into your life, which I love that for you and for me, because I am the part of the collective and I love that for myself as well. And Gabriel, with balance, he can also bring some beautiful messages. I know angels bring messages to the prophets, but we can hear some divine guidances here, okay, with maybe through the heart, not the ears, or maybe not in the ether, but through our heart. It can be done on us. Gabriel wants you to know you have been too busy and wishes you to become more earthed, to take stock of past actions that have resulted in your life process becoming out of equilibrium. Whenever our yin-yang dualistic forces moves out of balance, our energy drops. Gabriel asks you to create harmony by yielding to meditation and stillness so that the divine messengers may remove your burdens. Gaze at the wonderfully integrated intelligence of the Leonardo da Vinci's art, and you will feel an altogether different state emerging. Then there's a chant here you can use 3 times, Om Mane Padme Hum. This is going to actually help open your heart and receive inspiration. I said Leonardo DiCaprio. I can't believe that. Anyways, so yeah, you can Vitrio man or something, like he actually represents balance. This is Libra. This is justice. I feel like for some of you, this can be even representative of that the justice that you have been waiting for actually showing up when you are in that balanced energy, okay? All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. And if you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.